everybody, and welcome to Dicing with Death.
Welcome back,
Welcome.
Halvar. It all goes black, or maybe brown, in your visions. You become one with the bear. So I do need you to make a willpower check. Back to the heartbeat.
Halvar has no willpower.
All right, you are going to permanently lose another point of constitution.
Oh no.
Oh no. Dropping you, I think, to 17. I think that's when we'll be done with this character when your con is so low that it's no longer fun to play anymore.
That drops my max HP by 1 as well.
Maybe more, actually.
I haven't been getting con... Oh, I have been getting con bonuses on level up, haven't I?
Yeah.
Did I roll a 1 for HP last time? I did. Oh, shit. Yeah. So I lose 3 HP.
Plus, and then more level 1. I don't know how to... Do you have any thoughts on how to handle this?
3.
Because at 17 con...
34. It should be 1 HP per level. Right?
Yeah,
we did...
but at level 1, you started with HP based on your con.
Oh, it was con plus HP mod, right? Okay, so my HP should go down to 33. Okay.
Maybe. Let me see. Because con... So at level 1, and you initially started with 24.
Right.
At 17 con, your base would be 20.
Right.
And also reduced by 3. So I think, let's see, it's been 22. So I think you lose 2, and then
from
3.
1.
I think you lose 5. So I think you'll go from 37 to 32. Max.
I should lose 4 because I lose 2 at level 1, 1 at level 2, 1 at level 3.
3 at level 1.
2.
Okay, because we'd already subtracted some.
We'd already subtracted 2 when I went from 19 to 18.
Okay.
And then 2 more from 18 to 17. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, correct. So 4, so 33 is your new max, which is still an extraordinary amount of HP for a 3rd level character.
Yes.
All right, Halvar. If you feel like having some exposition, you can talk to us about your dreams, or we can just jump right back into waking up.
Oh, I have exposition for us.
Okay.
Marking my character sheet notes here. All right, where's my... That's the track I'm looking for. I needed the right soundtrack for my exposition.
And you do, we mentioned this in the break, you will add a charisma bonus battle scar.
Yes, I marked it.
From the bear hug.
So, Halvar dreams. He dreams of running like the wolf on his 4 legs. Even though this wolf has 6 legs, he imagines himself with 4, darting through the wilds, wearing not just the bear skin on his back, but carrying the whole bear on his back. And then before him, he sees goblins and elves seated around a small fire underneath a canopy of bone-like trees. From his position in like a small clearing, or from his position where there's like a small little like game trail that leads up to this clearing, he can see the elves and the goblins making a meal together over the fire. And one by one, they eat from the meal and sit around it and chat.
What are they eating?
They're eating Halvar. As I creep closer, I see I am spit over the fire. And these creatures, they envy me. They know my strength, and they try to eat my flesh to become me, to gain my strength. Which is ridiculous, because I have eaten their flesh in the past to become them, to take their strength. And now the cycle continues. But I have my soul laid bare upon my back, and I am ready to surround them, to munch them down. And I creep closer, and a few of them drift off to bed until it's just one elven woman and one goblin male chatting by the fireside. They don't see me coming, sneaking up from their flanks, and they don't even realize. They're just in deep conversation. One of them prattling in Elven, the other answering back in Goblin. I can taste their flesh in my mouth. They bear on my back.
On this Goblin. Just says here on my sheet, sexy Goblin. This must be what that's referring to, right?
Yeah.
This is your conversation.
Yeah.
I prepared for this.
So I'm ready.
All right.
It is time for my vengeance. The bear was a test.
I think here's where you wake up with a start, suffocating, unable to breathe and unable to see. It's all black, brown. Your nose is filled with the smell of earth, wet dirt. Your hands are restrained, perhaps. Mouth restrained. What's your reaction to this? To being held?
Confusion. Sleep paralysis? It might be sleep paralysis. Or maybe... I don't know. I try and blink. I try and clear my eyes.
It stings. You can't see.
I smell the air. What do I smell?
There's no air. Only earth.
What does the earth taste like? I lick it. Am I in the spirit world? Does it taste delicious?
Tastes like death. Maybe you are in the spirit world. Your hands are bound.
I listen. I lie still and listen with my ears.
You can roll checks if you'd like. Perception check to hear, perhaps.
23.
Nothing to hear. An eerie nothing. Sounds still as the grave.
Are my hands before me or behind me?
Beside you.
And they're tied to me? Or are they tied to something else?
You can't see them.
But I can feel, right? If I move my right hand, does it pull on my body?
No, it's almost like it's encased in something.
I try and wiggle my body. Is my whole body encased in something?
Your whole body.
Oh my god. Halvar realizes he's been buried alive. I move my head. Can I move my head?
No, you're encased in earth. You can attempt a strength check to
oh no,
free yourself.
I will. 1d20 plus 10.
All the while
16.
your breath is left your lungs. You can calculate how many rounds you have to attempt to free yourself before you suffocate.
Okay, so it's
I think you got plenty, like 1/3 your con, so you've got plenty.
So that's, it's only five rounds, but I do it in 3.
Yeah. So you do manage to free yourself of your own. You shake and it feels like nothing. Like you're totally there's no response. You're totally encased. But eventually, you wriggle one arm free and another, and you punch up, or what feels like up, and your hand bursts free from the earth. First one, then the other. And you use those hands to pull yourself from the grave dirt.
I drag myself.
Warmth first on your hands, and then sunlight streaming into your eyes. Wipe the dirt on them, and well, what's your reaction, or should I just continue to?
I try and blink and clear my eyes and get my head above ground.
Yeah, you pull yourself to the dirt, spend a few minutes clearing your eyes. You're covered in filth, sunlight streaming overhead through a canopy of branches. Not so much a canopy, It's rather sparse. As your vision returns, you find yourself looking out over green, gray, rolling hills. And you stand amongst leafless trees.
I look for the bone. Where are the bone trees? Am I there?
Yeah, these are those same trees. Roll
Was in my dream.
a saving throw versus spell.
I dreamt of being here, Halvar thinks to himself. It wasn't a dream. It was a portent. Not that Halvar knows this word portent, but he understands the concept of...
Yeah, these trees are one and the same. These aren't branches, these are bones. You recognize where you are. You're in the Uncle Esteban's orchard. A rumble of storm clouds off in the distance. You see, looking out over these hills, thunderous black caps are forming far on the horizon. And you are approached by a figure, your uncle. He is risen.
I bow my head in acknowledgement. Uncle. Where?
Yeah, you see him. He's standing between you and the cabin.
The goblins. They got me.
You're confused. 'Twas elves.
No. The same thing. Goblins and elves.
But you're different.
Cock my head to the side curiously.
Here, you must be thirsty. He presents a wooden bowl.
I drink it from it. Without question.
You drink it tepid, murky water. Maybe it's the dirt on your lips that alters the taste. But it tastes like grave dirt. Come inside.
I will enter.
All right, he leads you to his small cabin. Sits you down at a plain, simple wooden table. Here, eat. And he gestures to a bowl of fruit. Hands you a ripe plum.
I pull the plum and munch on it without much thought as to what it might actually be.
Yeah, maybe you can choose to willfully fail a saving throw versus spell if you'd like.
Oh, I was gonna roll a grub skill check.
Oh, okay. Either way, yeah.
Ooh, delicious plum.
Is that your grub?
It's my grub. Plum is good.
You embrace the illusion and don't think too hard about it?
Yes.
All right. Good. You eat and rest. What is your plan? Should we time skip and let you heal?
My plan is vengeance. It's the plan that it's always been. The goblins must be laying low. But for some reason, I can't do it. I need the power of the bear and the power of the wolf if I'm going to slay my goblin enemies. So as I munch, I think to myself, where can I get a wolf?
You are a hunter. You know those, there are those boarskin mercenaries about.
Let's see, boarskin reduces damage by 1. Wolfskin reduces damage from iron and grants me advantage. That is what I'm looking for here. I need a wolfskin, I say after, many minutes of silent munching on my plums. Wolves, Uncle. If I am to get my vengeance, I need a wolf. Where can I find wolves? And I think to myself, will a dog skin work? I shake my head, going, no, it's not the same.
Aren't you the hunter?
I will find it, I think to myself. But I need sleep. I need rest. I am so badly wounded. The wolves will smell me coming from a mile away.
All right. Uncle says to you, you may rest here as long as you like, provided you sleep out under the woodshed and work for your keep. I could use a strong body like yours around here.
I nod, missing the second layer of that comment, and drag my exhausted ass out behind the woodshed.
Yeah, it's just a small shelter that it will keep off the rain. And I think we can skip a couple weeks if you'd like to replenish full.
Yes.
You sleep out in the shed like a dog. He works you, but not too hard. Manual labor, fetching wood, collecting bones from the orchard. You repair an old fence for him, and in return, he feeds you and shelters you and allows you to heal. He'll tend to your wounds if you allow it. Although I guess it doesn't really matter. You are a berserker after all, and you heal. You'll heal 3 HP a day, even on your own. Yeah, I don't think. Yeah.
I wait the 11 days, thinking about my prey, spending every waking moment visualizing my enemy before me. And one day I say to Uncle, secret to success? Visualizing your objective in your hands, thinking about it, obsessing over it. I see wolves in my dreams. I see goblins on the ends of my forks. I see elves wherever I shit and piss. I'm ready for them, Uncle.
Apart from that last bit, you speak like an elf I once knew. He spoke of traveling through the woods much the same way. Visualize your destination. You sure you're not part elf?
I am half orc, half human. Not half orc, half goblin.
By the way, he did recover your axe.
Ooh.
But I think your rope and probably just erased everything from your character sheet other than that axe.
Can I keep my pants and my belt and my boots?
Keep your pants. They're a little extra dirty. Yeah, your belt and your boots.
Right. It's all right. All I need is my axe. Nothing else matters. And then, when I'm healed, well, I've something I want to do when I'm healed, but before I leave.
Okay. Yeah, we can skip 11 days. Unless there's anything you want to go over. Like I said, the days blur together. Simple days, rising with the sun, doing various odd tasks around the cabin. Outside, of course.
I would like to use my axe to fashion 3 javelins by sharpening the ends of some relatively straight sticks and putting them in the fire. I will grab it from a nearby tree when I'm mending a fence sometime. I've got 11
Is it a
days of
tree
labor
from
here.
the woods outside of the fence, or is it one of the trees in the orchard?
Oh, whatever's got the straightest branch. I'm not particular. I will
I
go
don't think the
for
orchard
either
trees
one.
are particularly straight, but
Well,
yeah.
then I guess it's one of the other ones.
All right, just some standard wood.
Mhm.
I think I should have you roll, but I feel like in 11 days you can, even a non-proficient Fletcher can sharpen some sticks in that time. You don't have, I think Bow or Fletcher would be the relevant skill, which I don't think you have. This would be at like half. I think we can say over 11 days you can come up with 3 javelins. If you're curious as to whether that would work out, we can roll a bunch of d20s and see, or we can just roll with it.
Okay. Let's roll some d20s. How many do you want me to roll?
Let's look up crafting proficiencies. Let's see. Let me figure out what your check is, first of all. It'll be dexterity -1 divided by 2, or do we do -5 for non-proficient? I think we typically just divide by 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah, we normally divide by 2, so d20 plus half my
dexterity.
14, so plus 7.
14. But there's a -1 built into the check, so I guess we'll divide by 2 and then subtract 1.
Yeah. Okay.
So 7. So it'd be d20 plus 6. You're looking for 21, and I think you can do. I feel like you can do 3 javelins a day, right?
2,
I don't know.
3. Ooh, third one.
Rate. Yeah. All right. Is each of these per javelin? Well, just, or is that for a day's worth?
Oh, I was rolling javelin by javelin. We could
Okay.
do days worth. I mean, whatever.
Let me see if we have anything written in our non-weapon proficiency doc.
It'll probably just take me 3 days to do it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Because my chances are so low.
So I think at least 11 is what we'll say. At least 11 checks you can make. Ooh. 1d6 arrows can be made in a day. Okay, let's just say 1 a day.
Okay.
It seems silly. It seems like you could make a javelin in like an hour. But
Well, I guess maybe part of it is like finding the right wood.
yeah.
It's not like you can go down to the Home Depot and grab a dowel and just sharpen the end of it.
Yeah.
I've got other work that I'm doing that day. Everything is always harder than it seems at first glance. I've discovered in life, nothing is easy.
Yeah, so make 11 checks.
Okay. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There we go. I only wanted 3 javelins, so it takes me 9 days.
Yeah, okay. And this is you finding the time to work on your own projects while Esteban is putting you to work. Rebuilding his fence and gathering firewood. He's collecting quite a pile of bones next to his cabin. He has you collect fruit from his orchard.
I will do so.
Which you realize is what he's been feeding you.
Delicious.
Delicious, delicious meat trees. And a little more than a week later, you will find yourself healed. Well, you will have healed yourself to full, right? Go ahead and add that.
I will.
Where's your sheet?
Oh, I gotta change my max. I'm at 33 and 33. Yes, that's correct.
So strong and healthy, Halvar.
Mm-hmm. And I guess at the end of my
healed
11 days, I will look to Uncle, and I will say to him, time has come. I need to find a wolf. Rend its flesh from its body. Wear it for my own. I will head north, away from the goblins, into the wilds. Find a wolf, and then I will return.
All right. You are free to go.
I will see you again, Uncle. And I take a step out the door, and then poke my head back in, and say, Uncle, do you have any family in town?
No, my family has long since passed away.
Did they die 24 years ago?
What's special about that number?
I was born 24 years ago. After my mother ripped a man's head from his shoulders after copulating with him. I just wonder how honorific the title Uncle really is. Then I pop my head back out.
He doesn't respond. But he watches you from his porch as you depart. You walk past the orchard, out into the hills, and go off in search of wolves.
I will
Let's have you roll a hunting check.
I'm specifically looking for a wolf. 1d20 plus 6. No wolf. Yet.
Okay. Well, no wolves that first day. As you journey into the hills. Roll an opposed perception check.
All right. 26.
All right. No wolves, but you catch a scent of something else. At first, you think it was a wolf at first. It drew you closer. You're having flashbacks to the whole visions of musk. In fact, maybe that was a warning of this moment. As you were lured closer by a you think is your quarry, but something's not quite right. It smells vaguely lupine, but something's off. So?
I thought you were... So what does it smell like? Like a wolf, but not quite?
Yeah, it was a similar experience where you caught a scent of musk on the breeze, and you go closer, and then, like I said, you have flashbacks to your vision.
Mm-hmm.
Think of them perhaps as a warning of this moment. You won't be again.
I'll take my clutch of javelins that I carry with me, stick them point down in the ground around me so they'll stand upright, then pull one of them out of the ground and peer around me, trying to get a better understanding of my surroundings.
You're in rolling hills. Odd tree dots the landscape. I think you find yourself now in a little gully, so your visibility is somewhat reduced.
I guess I need to go to the top of the hill then. So I will grab my clutch again, tuck him under my arm, and scamper to the top of the hill.
All right. As you crest the hill, you hear something. Commotion. Maybe next hill or a few hills over. Sounds like yipping. And maybe the panicked braying of prey.
What panicked yipping? What sort of yipping? Are we talking like wolf yipping? Dog yipping?
Probably more like a dog, yeah.
Okay, I'll get low to my belly and crawl to the top of the hill and crawl, around looking for the source of the yips. Maybe using my ears to try and figure out where it's coming from.
You said you get you can't quite tell it's in front. It's the direction you're heading. You're heading towards it.
That's good.
And you can't quite tell with the hills sort of reverberating around, but can't see anything, so it's got to be a little further on. That's your perception check there, right? The 26?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, so it's ahead of you, maybe another hill over.
All right, I will stay low to the ground, hunching over, squatting down, moving slow, as swiftly as possible, and I will crest to the next hill. And as I not quite get to the top, but just below the top, I want to set my javelins down in a way that they won't roll down the hill, and then grab one of the javelins and scamper to the top.
All right, you scamper to the top of the hill, and from here you can see the source of this commotion. First you see a herd of sheep fleeing up the next hill over, and then down in at the base of the hill, you see the source of the commotion as 3 wild dogs encircle the lone sheep.
I look at the dogs and think to myself, if I skin them, might that work as a wolf skin? I didn't think it would, but maybe wild dogs will do.
So the 3 dogs encircle the sheep. One of them leaps forward quite aggressively.
Towards the sheep or towards me?
Towards the sheep, and sinks its teeth in. How much HP does the sheep have? 2. So it's sinks its teeth in to the sheep's neck, doesn't quite bring it down. Are you intervening, or shall we?
I will grab the remainder of my javelins, bring them up here, and I'm going to start throwing javelins at
you
dogs.
left them down below, right?
Just below the crest of the hill, so hopefully it's not too far from me. I just want to make sure.
Turn around and get it. You hear the sheep's death cry as you're going to retrieve your javelins, and by the time you return to the top, you see the 3 dogs feasting on the dead sheep.
It is the way of nature for dogs to feast on sheep. Dogs to feast on sheep. Yeah.
Across the way, you see the flock has crested the next hill, and there is a shepherd standing with the flock, staff in hand, looking down dejectedly.
Does that change my plan? I don't think so. I will hurl my javelins at the dogs. At one of the dogs. The alpha dog, if I can find him.
Yeah. Make a roll to hit. I think from medium range here. What's the javelin's distance?
I think it's better than spears.
Say we're about 100 feet.
20, 40, 60 yards. So you said 100 and...
Yeah, you're in medium range.
Yeah. That's -2 to hit. I am also not proficient with javelins, so that's going to be a total of -2 to hit. I'm going to get closer. I'm going to try and move to short range, which is 60 feet. So I'll go with my pack of javelins and try and get closer. Maybe quietly, slowly, hoping that the dogs won't notice me. I check to see if I'm approaching from upwind or downwind. Or neither wind.
You are approaching from upwind, so your scent will be brought towards them.
I will stop approaching and circle strafe until I'm downwind, which, if I'm a couple hundred feet,
so
will take a while.
You start circling. So, like, let's see. This is the wrong token, but this can be the shepherd and his flock is downwind. And the jackals... Sorry, the same. Jackals, wild dogs, they're between the two of you. So to get upwind would be where the sheep herd is.
Yes, I want to be downwind. I want to do the same thing.
Downwind would be where the sheep herd is. So the wind is blowing to the north from you. That way. Whoops.
Okay.
Does that make sense? So you want to be where the shepherd is.
I'm not following these lines on the map, but I understand the concepts you're claiming.
Go here. Shepherd, his flock. See if I can find some doggos. Doggos in between. And the wind is blowing that away.
Okay. So I want to do me one of these.
Okay.
So I'll scuffle and try. I mean, these dogs are going to take a while to eat the sheep, I'm thinking. I'm hoping.
Well, 2 of them are eating the sheep, and then one of them turns their attention uphill and begins stalking up towards the rest of the herd.
Ooh, that's probably the one that I want. That's the brave, ballsy one. That's the good doggo. The prime doggo. So I will at least get to the parallel wind side before launching my attack with my spear, hopefully at short range.
Roll a dexterity or a hunting check to try and sneak.
25.
Okay, so you're quiet. You're moving at about a third of your movement, and to circumnavigate, let's see, pi times 100. No, 2 pi. Let's see. Pi r. So it's probably about 300 feet. It'll take you a few minutes to circle around.
Okay.
And in this time, you see that 2 of the dogs feast on the sheep, while another turns his attention uphill and begins stalking, growling low and setting his eyes on the sheep herder.
I prepare my spears, my javelins, and when the dog's attention is clearly not on me and I'm within short range, I will let the first javelin fly.
You don't get there because the sheep herder loses his cool, turns and breaks, and the flock scatters, goes up and over the next hill, and the dog breaks into a pounce and starts running after him.
I drop the spears to the ground. No, I drop all but one javelin to the ground, and I will chase the doggo.
All right, you break into a run. Roll a perception check.
$26.
All right, you look over your shoulder to see the 2 dogs that were eating the fallen sheep have jumped up to join the chase, and they spot you. The lead dog does not, however, and he goes for the shepherd.
Perfect.
You can get you put yourself between. Let's see, sheep herder running. There's a flock of sheep for him. You can get yourself in there, but there are 2 more dogs behind you, and you can make like a however you want to do it. Attack at short range, or a throw an attack at short range, or you can probably charge and close if you'd like.
That's what I want to do with the spear. I'm trying to. Well, yeah, I will charge and close.
What is this doodle?
It's my dog. Those are the dogs that are chasing me.
They're already here.
I'm trying to make better dogs.
Fair enough.
Well, it won't let me copy and paste my doodle. We'll just have one good dog and some bad dog. Okay, maybe these are terrible. I don't know. That's my drawing abilities. All right.
Yeah. So what is your action? Let's just roll initiative between you and the shepherd and the dog.
So what I want to do, and you tell me if I can do this. No, that's too dumb. I can't, or not dumb. That's definitely game breaking. I can't justify that. I will just drop the spear that I'm carrying and chase the dog.
You don't want an offhand weapon?
I was thinking about it, but I really wanted to throw it. I'm gonna try. Oh no, I didn't take that. Shit, never mind. Yeah, I'll offhand the spear. I was thinking I would use the axe in 2 hands for an extra damage bonus, but I didn't take the 2-handed fighting style technique.
Oh, yeah. I think you need to sync a proficiency to make that combat modification. Whatever.
All right, so I get a 13 to hack the doggo with the axe, and then stab him with the spear.
Slow. All right. Okay. So you act last. Sheep scattering before the shepherd. Doggo closes, leaps at his back, but the shepherd sort of misses, rolls out of the way. The dog misses, shepherd rolls out of the way, turns around to face predator, and sees you, a look of surprise on his face. Then he looks back to the The jackal looks into the maws of death and faints, passes out in the grass before you.
Perfect.
It's your turn.
I will leap upon the dog from behind with a 1d20 plus 4 to hit with the axe, and the 1d20 plus 2 to hit with the spear. Oh, just drop the spear. The axe is maybe a crit. Was by 5?
You'd think so.
You're telling me the dogs have 18 better than 18 AC?
Something like that. You bring
my.
this well-placed axe blow onto the back of this jackal, and its hide turns away your blade. Roll for damage, if you'd like. Yeah. Just 8
Max
to 0.
damage.
Max damage, and it would have been a crit, right? So let's
Yeah.
resolve the critical. Let me roll a saving throw for that. I think that's a fail.
Magic jackal? There's only one way to fight a magic jackal. That's to wrestle it.
Let's see. Do you know what your saving throw is?
Yes. 14 versus death. For
14
level
versus
3.
death.
Oh, this is old. Oh, I have outdated saves. The DM screen has saving throw info.
Okay.
Yeah. Level 3 saving throw versus death is 13.
Okay. When does it go up to 12?
It goes from 13 to 11 at level 5.
Level 5. Okay. So he fails. So let's resolve the crit. Slashing versus animals, I believe,
Yes.
is size small in this. Yeah.
Ooh, so that's gonna be 2d6 for severity.
2d6 or 2d6, right?
2d6, because 2d4 is for same size.
Yeah. Let's roll 2d6 and roll a d10.
Oh, man!
It'll still probably be something.
2, location 2, severity 4.
2 is a leg struck, minor bleeding. Which it doesn't. It's kind of. It feels like you just like smacked a shield or like a wall of iron or something, and it just dinks off of the jackal's leg. The force still is transmitted to the creature, and its leg sweeps out from under it, and it kind of falls. And yeah.
Well, I made my offhand attack, and I guess this next round I'm going to frenzy is my action for next round, which is a full round action.
Frenzy. All right. So the jackal turns around and stands up, growls at you, surprised to see you joining the fray. I guess initiative doesn't matter. The shepherd lies unconscious in the grass. This jackal turns and looks at you, and it well, it turns and looks at you and locks eyes. Its eyes are cold, the cold eyes of a killer, a sickly yellow green. And you need to make a saving throw versus spell.
Ooh, I think to myself, this is no doggo. This right here is a creature truly worthy of turning into my skins. I failed.
Hold on a sec. Let me... While frenzied... I guess you're just immune to fear. Save versus spell. Yeah, I don't think Frenzy gives you any bonus here. You're immune to fear. I don't think you have a bonus versus charm, unless you want to try and lawyer that in as an extra feature of Frenzy.
Well, I mean, fear, charm, mind beguiling things are all sort of the same thing, right?
Yeah, I think let's give you advantage maybe. I don't think you'd be immune. Should you be immune? Or just advantage?
I think advantage is more interesting. Like, even elves who resist magical charms and sleeps only do it with 90%, you know? So I think pure immunity would be strong.
Advantage versus... Is it usually a charm or sleep and charm?
I would say mind beguiling effects. I think that's my preferred nomenclature. So here's my advantage roll. No good. No bueno.
Okay. You lock eyes with this creature and fall into a deep sleep.
No. Is that where we're leaving Halvar for this segment?
I think that might be. We'll we'll end this segment here, and then I have to run. So do we want to pick up next week, or pick up in a couple hours, around say 2-ish?
That's 2 hours from now. Let's pick up in 2 hours from now. That'll give me some time to do a couple of household paperwork things, and then we will come back and do some more Halvar the Berserker.
Let's do it.
Thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Ryan, for DMing. We'll be back in 2 hours after our very long break.
Yeah, so get yourself some lunch, something to drink.
Some instant oatmeal.
Maybe just go to sleep and catch the VODs.
No, it will still be a reasonable hour by then. Right?
Bordering on the unreasonable.
At 2 p.m. in California will be 11 p.m. in Central Europe. That is kind of late for a Wednesday, I suppose.
Oh, it's not that bad.
It's not that bad. You insomniacs out there are probably just fine.
Yeah.
All right. We will be back in 2 hours with Halvar getting a magic coat.
Actually, hold on. It might be a little more than that.
We'll be back in 2 to 3 hours.
2:30 or 3.
Yeah. I'll put the stream live. There'll be a tweet or something. You know how to find us. You've been finding us for years. See you guys on the other side of the break. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.